when I enlisted in the Navy, I had several different options I could choose from, one of which was sonar technician submarines. And as a country boy from Missouri, I thought how cool it would be to be on a submarine. When you're under the water, you don't know what time of day it is. You have to rely on your watch because obviously underwater, the submarine is totally concealed from light. It has to be. And so you didn't get daylight unless we surfaced. And even at that, if you were lucky, you got to look through the periscope outside. And it was, to be honest, kind of depressing at times because if you go 3 weeks without sunlight, it could really wear on you. We used to do a drill called angles and dangles, and that was when we were underwater. We would actually take the ship and go from side to side, front and back, side to side. And when I was a new kid on the boat, they didn't tell me we were getting ready to do angles and dangles. And it was an eye-opening experience because the ship could be 45 degrees underwater, and so you had to definitely hold on to stuff. Anything that wasn't strapped down would go flying across the room.
I was a hospital administrator with the Air Force. I really enjoyed that role because I had always wanted to be someone who served in the military and then to also take on the position of providing health care was really important to me. The best experiences in the military was the deployments. I served in Iraq for 6 months as a commander of a medical facility there, and there's really nothing better than providing health care to the men and women who are supporting our country in armed conflict. And so that was by far the best experience. Also went on a State Department humanitarian mission to Cameroon, Africa, and provided care to about 40,000 people in that country, and that was also incredibly rewarding. Knowing that I was serving a greater purpose, serving my country, that was something that really gave me great pride.
I had a great time organizing this. I got to reach different employees that I didn't know from different departments, divisions, and then I reached out to them to bring in memorabilia from their time in the service and photographs. And then when each of them brought them to me, they all had a story and they all told me about the pictures, and they're still framed so you can't see what's going on. So everybody had that story of what was going on in that still frame. I got so much satisfaction of hearing those stories and just the looks on these people's faces when they were talking about it. You could just see the enjoyment and how much they enjoyed what they had done.
I enlisted in the Missouri National Guard of the U.S. Army back when I was around 17, 18. Served for a few years, got out, became a police officer, and then after 9/11, I felt it was my responsibility, my duty. Serving in the police department, serving my community was something that was really close to my heart, but I also felt like I had an obligation that I needed to fulfill for me. I would not have done that without the support of my wife and my family. She was extremely understanding of that and wanted me to do what I thought was right. My daughter really earned the medals for that because she was the one that bore the brunt, and she basically didn't have a family for that year while we were trying to support me overseas and take care of her. So she's forgiven me for being gone for so long, but I knew that took a toll on her especially. So it took a toll on my wife too, but she was a very strong one. She had to be for all of us, especially our daughter.
Service veterans don't always get the appreciation they deserve, and then when you're in a working environment, you don't always say, "Oh yeah, I'm a veteran," and you don't self-identify like that. This is one way for the city to show their appreciation, to acknowledge that we do employ veterans here at the city and we do appreciate the service.